Mesoamerican religions use the sun, moon, and the stars as symbols to help teach the relationship with their creator God and goddess in the heavens. These celestial symbols give meaning to the cycle of birth, life's journey, death, passing through the underworld, and ascending back into heaven. Here at the Izapa Religious Pilgrimage Center, located near the Mexico Pacific coast, is where this journey began, as documented with abundant evidence uncovered and published by the New World Archaeological Foundation, with follow-on work by archaeologist V. Garth Norman.
One of the most important things about Izapa is the evidence that here the Mesoamerican calendar was perfected.
Key temple calendar worship dates are summer solstice, fall equinox, winter solstice, spring equinox, and the zenith passages on August 13th and April 30th. The August 13th solar alignment marks the beginning of the 260-day Mayan creation calendar.
At this latitude, 15 degrees north latitude, the sun takes 260 days from zenith passage, when it's straight up at noonday, to go to winter solstice and back to the same point. That's the magic number.
The Mayan 260-day calendar represents the gestation period of the baby in preparation for birth. April 30th, the end of the 260-day calendar cycle, has the same solar alignment as August 13th and represents birth. April 30th marks the end of the dry season and the beginning of the rainy season, when the much-awaited water brings new life. This will give the mother and infant nourishment, so the new treasured child will have strength to live and grow strong during the challenging harsh dry season that extends from October to April. The 260-day Izapa calendar spread throughout North America and South America and is still observed by indigenous people today. These alignments were used by the ancients to teach about deity, as recorded in the Popol Vuh and the Book of Mormon. Together, they indicate the ancients looked forward to the birth of Jesus Christ and his role in our reaching the afterlife. Stella 5 and its ancestral Tree of Life play a key part in the drama. The cycle of birth, life, death, and resurrection is represented by the water cycle. The mist and the rain glyph symbolize our birth journey to earth from the heavens. On Stella 10 in Plaza B, this child is being brought from heaven to the mother giving birth at the Tree of Life. This stela is lined up with Tahomulco and the Venus rising. The child is gazing up into the heavens at the Venus morning star. According to the New Testament, Jesus represents the morning star.
I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star.
Here, the water glyph represents our journey on earth. When our time on earth is finished, the evaporation and resurrection glyphs symbolize resurrection and ascending back into the heavens from where we came. This foundational theme of resurrection is found throughout the Izapa Temple, as well as the Book of Mormon, a new witness of Christ.
Then cast about your eyes and begin to believe in the Son of God, that he will come to redeem his people, that he shall suffer and die to atone for their sins, and that he shall rise again from the dead, which shall bring to pass the resurrection.
The December 21st winter solstice sunrise aligns with the monuments on the north platform of Plaza A. As the sun rises on the horizon, this solar alignment symbolizes rebirth and resurrection. The Plaza B winter solstice sunrise on Monument 89 parallels the Plaza A alignment. As the December 21st winter solstice sunrise aligns with this figure, he is lifted by the sun and released from the bands of death in resurrection. This parallels the release from the bands of death spoken of in the Book of Mormon.
But behold, the bands of death shall be broken, and the sun reigneth, and hath power over the dead. Therefore he bringeth to pass the resurrection of the dead.
Stela 50 in Plaza B is aligned with Pillar 7 to the Venus rising at its northern standstill on Tahamuko Peak. The evening star glyph represents death, and the morning star, resurrection. The skeleton is a figure who has finished his life journey and is waiting resurrection while in the underworld. The Venus glyph represents Jesus Christ, who is the morning star that gave us life in the resurrection. The deceased is being resurrected and lifted into the heavens by the rising winged spirit on a life-giving umbilical cord. Stela 9 in Plaza B tells the story of a resurrected man being carried into the heavens on the morning of summer solstice by a winged sun god who represents Jesus Christ. Stela 25 in Plaza A adds to this resurrection theme. Here, the tree of life symbolizes our promised resurrection as we are then ushered back into the heavens by the cloud bird. This cloud glyph above the bird signifies heaven. The man on the right holds a rod with the tree of life at the top. A snake coils around the crocodile, the rod, and up and around the quetzal bird. This motif represents the power of healing and the resurrection. Could this be Moses holding the brazen serpent?
These are not the only ones who have spoken concerning the Son of God. Behold, he was spoken of by Moses. Yea, and behold, a type was raised up in the wilderness, that whosoever would look upon it might live. And many did look and live.
Stela 5 summarizes the Isapa temple ceremonies and the purpose of life. The Quetzalcoatl God figure on the right represents Christ. The fruit of the tree, his atonement that cleanses us, brings joy, and endows us with power in the resurrection to enter back into the presence of our God and Goddess parents.
Then cast about your eyes and begin to believe in the Son of God, that he will come to redeem his people, and that he shall suffer and die to atone for their sins, and that he shall rise again from the dead, which shall bring to pass the resurrection, that all men shall stand before him to be judged at the last and judgment day, according to their works.